All right, guys, are you ready? You ready? Hi, good morning. Let me just start arraignments real quick. Cole, you ready? Cole, you ready? Let's roll. All right, let's roll, nerds. Jermaine, have all these people checked in? Do you know? Okay. Jennifer Gonzalez, come up.
Oh, yeah.
Not happy.
Yes,
I'm not happy with you, ma'am. You now,
That's the one, who picked up the PCS and felony report and they ended up dismissing it.
right, you're on probation in our court. A motion to revoke has been filed because testing positive.
Yeah.
Oh, she picked up a criminal case. You picked up a PCS. Failing to blow in your device, failing to participate in program. So for now, I'm gonna have you take a seat in the jury box. Do you have a lawyer here today?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna appoint your lawyer today, and then we're gonna talk about how we go forward. Take a
Thank
seat.
you, sir.
Box, you're not allowed to leave. Okay. Do you mind reaching out to the man, please? Okay. Zion Harris, come up. All right, good morning, Mr. Harris. Morning. Sir, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Your Honor. On April 16, 2025, officers on patrol observed two males gambling in front of a store. The males were seen throwing dice on the ground and exchanging money. Officers arrived on scene and detained both males. Upon pat down of the defendant, an officer observed an unholstered handgun tucked under the defendant's right armpit. The officer recovered a black semi-automatic handgun from the defendant's possession. Officers observed the defendant to be born on January 8, 2008, making him 17 years old and unable to legally carry a handgun. The officers also observed the defendant to be on probation for an aggravated assault, serious bodily injury.
That's different.
Yes, sir.
If it's just the age, no way, right? But if he's on probation, that makes it a different story. Where is he out of probation?
This was out of the 314th. I believe it's
Deputy Miranda, does he smell like weed right now? I'm ordering you, Mr. Harris, as a condition of your bond, not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. You're what, 17?
Yes, sir.
I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. You're to go test and then you're to come right back. Do you understand? If I find that you have a weapon, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. And let me tell you, those jails that you're in juvenile are a lot different than our jails. So get a clue. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, take a seat for me momentarily, please. Cesar Orta, come up. Do you speak English, sir?
No.
Okay, toma asiento. Do you mind calling translator, please? McLaurin, come up, sir, or ma'am. Good morning. Hi, sir. You're charged with failure to stop and give information, which is leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. This one is rather long-winded.
It's okay. That time.
On April 16th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to a crash major on MLK Boulevard. The complaining witness stated that he was approaching an intersection with Crest Ridge. The complaining witness stated that he saw a black Malibu on Crest Ridge. He also stated that he had a green light and proceeded through the intersection. The complaining witness also stated that the driver of the Malibu ran the red light and hit the passenger side of his truck. The driver of the Malibu pulled over into a parking lot of a gas station. He stated that he thought he had saw the witness. The complaining witness stated that he thought that he saw the witness rather than the defendant get out of the driver's side of the Malibu. The complaining witness did observe that the defendant had also been in the Malibu. The complaining witness stated that the witness approached him and was taking pictures of the complaining witness's truck. The complaining witness stated that the witness was saying something in English, but the complaining witness could not understand what the witness was saying. The witness then walked off and got back into the Malibu with the defendant. The witness and the defendant left the scene without giving the complaining witness any of their information. The complaining witness was able to get a picture of the Malibu's license plate and called the police. The defendant's motor vehicle was located and a traffic stop was conducted. The complaining witness went to the scene and identified the witness and stated that he believed it was the witness who was driving the vehicle rather than the defendant. The witness and the defendant both stated that it was the defendant who was driving the motor vehicle at the time of the accident. The witness and the defendant stated that the defendant was driving the motor vehicle and that the complaining witness's truck hit their motor vehicle. The witness and the defendant stated that the defendant pulled into the gas station parking lot and that the witness got out of the front passenger side of the motor vehicle and walked around to the front of the car to look at the damage. The witness then walked toward the complaining witness and took pictures of his truck. The witness tried to talk to the complaining witness, but the complaining witness only spoke Spanish, as relayed by the witness. The witness thought he heard the complaining witness say, I go, in which the witness thought that he meant that he was going to leave the scene. The witness walked back towards the motor vehicle and got into the front passenger side of the Malibu, and the defendant got into the driver's seat. The defendant left the scene without giving the complaining witness any information. Neither the defendant nor the witness called the police to make a report about the accident. And the officers went by the gas station at 6908 Martin Luther King Boulevard and were able to recover security camera footage of the accident. The officer observed the video footage showing the complaining witness's motor vehicle traveling northbound down the outside lane of MLK Boulevard and approached the intersection with Crest Ridge. The defendant's motor vehicle can be seen headed westbound on the 6800 block of Crest Ridge and appears to slow down at the intersection with MLK Boulevard. The officer was unable to see what color the light was due to the distance. The complaining witness's truck can be seen entering the intersection, and the defendant's motor vehicle can be seen going forward and striking the passenger side of the complaining witness's motor vehicle. The driver of the Malibu, the defendant, drove the car to the gas station parking lot, and the witness can be seen getting out of the front passenger side seat of the motor vehicle.
I think good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. McLaurin, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Can you run his license, please? If you do not have a license, a Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name, car insurance, then you're not allowed to drive, and that is a condition of your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you drive without either, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds.
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, it's out in Nevada, so we're just trying to figure out the eligibility.
It's all right.
It appears to be valid out in Nevada, Your Honor.
Okay. For now, Deputy Miranda is going to give you an application for an appointed lawyer. I'm going to have you fill it out and I'll take a look. I need to know everything about you. I'll have you sign a reset and then we'll have you take us to the seat in the jury box to give you time to fill it out.
Yes, sir.
Please. Lots of you here. Mr. Horta, come up. Horta.
Buenos días, nomás escuchemos.
You are Cesar Horta.
Yes.
Mr. Horta. You are charged with failure to stop and give information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
Hasta $2,000 de multa.
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford
Just
one.
one moment. Can I get a tissue? It's chewing gum in the district. I'm sorry.
I was gonna ask him to spit his
Yeah.
gum.
Puede sacar chica, por favor. Chica. Okay. Go ahead, Karen.
You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
¿La contra
You have
usted?
the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one,
Presente, si no puede
one will be
pagarlo.
appointed to
¿Se
you,
le
sir.
asignaría uno, señor?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Dice.
On April 16th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched in reference to a failure to stop and give information. The officer met with the complaining witness, who stated she was traveling on a private drive at La Michoacana when a motor vehicle driven by the defendant reversed into her motor vehicle. The complaining witness stated the defendant got out of their vehicle with a nervous and concerned look. The complaining witness asked for insurance information or money to repair her damage. The complaining witness states the defendant got very argumentative and stated that there was no damage. The complaining witness stated that the defendant said, "I have to use the restroom," and began walking away without providing any information. The complaining witness was able to capture a photo of the defendant's face. The complaining witness estimated her cost of repair to be $4,000. Officers made contact with the defendant at a nearby Shell gas station. It is noted that the defendant was in the gas station for 1.5 hours. When the defendant was asked why he didn't use the restroom at the meat market where the incident occurred, he responded that he didn't want to.
Have you read his license?
I can do this, Your Honor.
Mr. Orta, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. If you do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance, then you are not allowed to drive. If I find that you do, I will put you in jail. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you because they sweep it on a daily basis, they will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this case is over with, and then you get shipped off to immigration. Do you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende?
Sí.
Yes.
Your Honor, we don't see a DL number on file. I'm checking the office board to see if they got it, but I'm not seeing one for us.
No.
Oh, he doesn't have a driver's license.
This is an affidavit that you're going to be signing with me today.
Hasta firmar.
This is a promise that you're making to me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what is going on in your life. If there's a burning building and you have to save 5 kids, I don't care. If I find that you're driving, it's not going to go well for you.
Muy bien.
Do you understand?
Lo entiende.
Stop.
Exactly.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, sir?
Puede ocupar su propio abogado, es la pregunta.
Oh, okay.
¿Puede, sí o no?
Sí, puedo agarrar un abogado.
I can hire an attorney.
Okay, we are going to give you time.
Le
So
vamos a
I will
dar-
have you come over here, swear to us that you're not going to drive.
Esto que me
I will
vas a-
get you to the Jamaica where you will sign a reset, and then we'll have you take a seat while we get your bond conditions. Once you sign bond conditions, at that point, you'll be able to leave.
Cuando-
When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir.
Y al regresar, traigo un
And then-
abogado, señor.
Okay.
Excuse me, do you mind filing those conditions, please? No driving without either. Estefania Morales, do you speak English, ma'am?
Yes.
Come on up.
Sí.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On July 27th, 2024, at about 9:20 PM, officers arrived on scene and observed two vehicles that had been involved in an accident. The witness stated she had been stopped at the light when she had been struck by the defendant's car. The witness stated she saw defendant to be the driver of the car that struck her. The defendant stated she had been downtown and was on her way home. She admitted to having one beer. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. A 6 out of 6 was recorded on the HGN, a 7 out of 8 on the walk and turn, a 3 out of 4 on the one-legged stand. The DIC was read and the defendant considered to a breath test. The first result was 0.175 and the second result was 0.181.
All you said is there's an accident and she had missed one beer. Was there any slurred speech, bloodshot eyes, odor of alcohol?
Sure. Didn't summer, but I could. Yeah, it looks like we just have the car crash and the admission of the one beer.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Judge, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I'm down in Galveston. Yes, sir. I'm here on Mrs. Morales.
Yeah, she's actually right in front of me right now, Michael.
I see it. Perfect. That's why I jumped on.
Have you heard PC yet?
No, sir.
All right. Do you mind reading it one more time?
Absolutely, Your Honor. On July 27th, 2024, at about 9:20 PM, officers arrived on scene and observed two vehicles that had been involved in an accident. The witness stated she had been stopped at the light when she had been struck by the defendant's car.
The short answer,
The witness stated she saw defendant to be the driver of the car that struck her. The defendant stated she had been downtown and was on her way home. She admitted to having one beer. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. A 6 out of 6 was recorded on the HGN, a 7 out of 8 on the walk and turn, a 3 out of 4 on the one-legged stand. The DIC was read and a breath test was given with a first result of 0.175 and a second result of 0.181.
I didn't hear anything about any kind of slurred speech, odor of alcohol, bloodshot eyes. I didn't hear any of that, Michael. So I'm just finding no probable cause.
Okay.
You know, Ms. Morales, we have enough destruction on our streets, enough death from DWIs every single day. You know, just don't kill someone, please. If you're gonna drink, if you wanna have 15 beers, 32 shots tequila, one button on your phone, $40 with an Uber will get you anywhere you wanna go. Use it,
Sir.
please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, man.
Take care. Bye.
Margarita Sanders. Good morning, ma'am.
Your Honor.
Ma'am, you're charged with theft by check. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. On June 30th, 2019, the defendant issued a check for $114 as payment for 4 containers of fruit, 3 containers of wine, 1 container of orange juice, 1 container of chips, 1 container of pizza, 3 containers of water, 2 containers of bread, and 1 container of beer. The bank returned the check marked NSF. The defendant was identified through the Texas identification number, which was written on the front of the check.
So what was the total?
The total was for $114.97.
Okay. So Ms. Rosas, Ms. Sanders, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Ma'am, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? Okay, I can have you fill out an application today. We'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to write any checks like these anymore. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
Okay, don't pick up any new cases. It's not going to go well for you, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right,
sir.
so Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application. I'm going to have you go to Jemay, sign a reset, and then we'll have you take your seat in the jury box, man. And then I'll appoint your lawyer.
What's your patient right to? Yesterday.
I have one more. Victoria Williams, come up. Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Ms. Williams, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 16, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was dispatched to an assault call. The officer met with the complaining witness, who stated that he and the defendant are currently married. The complaining witness stated that he asked the defendant to be more respectful of him. The defendant became angry and started slapping complaining witness in the right shoulder several times, causing pain. The complaining witness pulled the vehicle over and the defendant punched him in the face, causing pain. The defendant then began to kick him in the head, causing pain and bleeding. The defendant admitted to kicking the complaining witness in self-defense.
Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person. Do you understand?
Yes.
There's a protective order that has been issued in this case. I would get to know it. If you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and probably will file a violation of a protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am? Okay, I can have you fill out an application. We'll take a look to see whether you qualify. For now, I'm gonna have you go to Jemay, sign a reset. We'll have you take your seat in the jury box. I'm gonna generate bond conditions for you to sign. Do not leave until you sign them, otherwise a warrant will issue. Please. So can you file no contact, no weapons?
Yes, Your
That's it? Oh, makes sense.
I have a question for you whenever you're done. PTI logistics question. When a client is going to enter DWI PTI, do they need to come to court on the date of admitting? You know, some courts
I
are.
don't know. I don't, why waste time? Unless if everything's done, then there's no need for them to be here.
I just got the contract this morning, so I'll.
Is that on Turner?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He's going to be driving for work. The court has provided, or has.
He has an interlock, right?
You took the interlock out and left the scram on, so he could drive personal and work vehicle. So what I was just gonna check was logistically, how to.
So part of the contract says that they have to have an interlock in the vehicle. I don't know what they're gonna say to you as far as.
They want a portable. The contract they sent over was for a portable device. So what I think I'm gonna do is have him go get the portable device. And then when he has that, we have the proof
How
of
would they
installation.
order a portable if they know that he's gonna drive?
I don't know. They said because he's driving a work vehicle and the work vehicle can't have a interlock in it, that I must have missed that step. That's why you let him drive the work truck with just a scram. And then after a while, you allowed him to remove the interlock from his personal vehicle as long as he kept the scram on. So he knows he's going to have a device. I just was trying to figure out logistically what I think we'll do though is if the court's okay with this, is he'll get the portable device with the installation order that I got this morning. And then when he has that, I guess he'll get with pretrial to get an appointment scheduled to get the scram removed. Is that kind of
I would want an interlock on the car though, you know?
Okay.
I think that at least on the personal vehicle, I think that he should have
Okay.
an interlock on the car. And then if they want, the portable for the work vehicle, I mean, I'm not opposed,
Okay.
but I think that he should definitely have an interlock because that's what the contract requires,
Well, what the contract they sent over is, the contract requires a portable device. The one she sent over this morning, she took out the interlock language and put in portable device. I can talk to them about, the court's concerns about his, while he's on bond, that you want him to have an interlock in the car and see if maybe they'll let him just have that. Because he'll be blowing every single day. He also has to
But
do,
no, but not necessarily though, because if he's out working and he's not at home, and he's across country lines, he's not blowing into the machine.
no, so he drives his personal vehicle to the work compound. And then his job is he's doing logistics for a company that supplies the ships with materials when they're in port. So he drives all around 610, like multiple times a day in a box truck.
He doesn't go outside of Houston.
Nope.
Doesn't stay the night
Well, I don't know
anywhere
if he goes out
else.
of the port, but my understanding is his route is just multiple times around 610 all day long.
But he's not gonna spend time away, like a weekend somewhere else working
No.
where he's not gonna blow.
Nope.
I mean, because he's gonna have a blow schedule, right? I would assume.
With the portable? Yes, sir.
With a portable, right? No, but with the
And an
analog.
interlock, I imagine they probably put him on a blow schedule, but yeah.
I don't know.
So I can talk to them about this. I know when he goes over to pretrial intervention, all that's out of his own pocket. So now he's gonna have to start paying for two devices if the court wants him to have one and pretrial is requiring a different. So let me just talk.
I mean, I don't want him to have two devices, but
Let me tell them about your concerns and
it's
see what they.
pulled over and they see that he has, what if he gets pulled over and they see that he has to have an interlock?
That's why I think,
Oh.
that's why you removed, so we did what we did with the bond conditions. You removed the interlock at one point so that so he was able to drive. And in fact, his employer wanted you came back and were gracious to change your bond condition language like 3 times. So I could send that over to the company and the company could see satisfied that he was actually allowed to drive.
DPS have the guardian interlock paperwork there, like in
Not
Austin.
anymore, because you ordered it removed. But, so I don't know what will happen with, you're right, and that's what I need.
You have to order guardian interlock as part of the conditions for the PTI,
Well, in this case, it'd be a portable,
for the guardian interlock.
but right. And DPS might get that notice, cancel the
Not-
license,
They're going to,
even on a portable? Okay.
because
Yeah,
they have to know that he has to have some kind of device if he's driving.
right. So let me,
And theoretically, it's always an interlock.
no, I know. The
So-
only times I've had it not be is the rare person that's not driving, or even rarer when they're approved to drive for work and they can't have it in a company vehicle. So this is like the rarest.
No, I would go
Let me go for that.
Go to Judge Geis. Just go straight up
Yeah.
to Judge Geis and talk to her. And if you want, like, we can schedule a powwow, the 3 of us, and try to work through
I love
logistics
that.
if you
If
want.
you need that, I'll.
Yeah, and I'm happy to do it. We can just like FaceTime, or I'm happy to go up there and talk to her wherever she is. Oh, stop. Really, it's not a big deal. It's
Okay.
faster for me to go.
No,
So
not for everybody else. Like I always get mad when a judge
it's not,
meets me, but I'm waiting to talk to
just
them.
let me know when you're
Yes,
ready
sir.
and then I'm happy to go do it.
Okay, all right, thank you.
For sure.
Thanks.
Nice.
I'm here for Mr. Joe Torres. We did like a 2-week reset last time to,
Talk about this yesterday? Or is this someone else? Okay.
we've applied for the PTI, the application, the mitigation packet, everything is submitted. We've not received a response.
So we'll give you, how old is the case, I guess?
It's an older case. That was kind of the issue last time is because I've been appointed later.
So, Cole,
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor, I have it pulled up here.
yeah, any news on the PTI
It
application?
looks like we received the PTI packet application on 4/22, so 2 days ago.
Okay, we'll give you a week.
Okay, to hear back from them? Okay. And then I was wondering if we could maybe address some of the bond conditions. He's here today. He has 2 ankle monitors on right now, a GPS and the alcohol monitor. He's up for a promotion at work and they will not allow him the promotion if he has ankle monitors on. And so I was wondering,
His case is 350 days old. He's been gone forever. And now he wants more, he's lucky that he's getting into this program as it is. Do you think other courts actually do that? You know what I mean?
yeah, well, I guess my concern is that the PTI program is very expensive. And right now I'm not sure he
You're
can
gonna
afford
pay
it.
for it one way or the other, right? If you do it, you get the case dismissed, or you end up pleading and then you get hooked through DPS, all these other surcharges, the insurance that skyrockets, and not to mention perhaps getting fired, but his case is 350 days old. He's been gone for, hopefully within the week, We'll be done, but I'm not gonna trust him just to, okay, that he's gonna come back when he's been gone.
Well, I've
for-
had, I'm in constant contact with him. I think it was just a misunderstanding last time when when the only KPS in this case was issued, but I understand the court's
I'm
concerns.
not,
I understand.
I get your upper
Okay,
motion. Hopefully, just send another email if they can get the done quicker than a week, that quicker. Once he's in, I'll take it off.
okay, great. Okay, that sounds good.
I just want to ensure that we get there as quick as possible
Okay.
due to the age of the case. If you can bug the hell out of him to get the approval quicker, I'm game. You
Okay,
get it tomorrow, we'll do it tomorrow.
okay, great.
Yeah,
Thank you, Your
thanks,
Honor. That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
You signed off, is it, Mr.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how about yourself? All right, I have two cases today. One, Jennifer Griffith. This was the case where she lived in Alabama. Yeah, it's here on the docket today.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of someone else. Griffin. It's not old, right?
No, it's not. What had happened, remember, Judge, is she did not show up on her original court date. And then I came later last week and showed you that the summons for her in Alabama, because she lives there,
So
didn't
we
arrive
give
till
her-
afterwards. So yeah, so you said if she showed up today, everything would be okay.
Okay, so
And so she is here. And so today's technically her arraignment.
I'm bringing her up.
Sure.
So we have to do the arraignment.
Yes.
Good morning, Ms. Griffin.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you're charged with aggregate theft. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officers were dispatched to Academy, the store in Harris County, Texas. The loss prevention officer advised on February 21st, 2024, a white female motioned for the white male to select a shirt from the hanging rack. The male selects a shirt off the rack and places it in the shopping cart. The female selects 4 boxes of Pro V1 golf balls that cost $55 each and places them into the shopping cart and conceals them under their shirt. They walked out of camera view to a rear aisle where they concealed the 4 packages of golf balls inside of a black purse. The defendants exited the store, passing all points of sale without attempting to pay for the golf balls. The defendants entered several other Academy stores and had stolen golf balls. In one store, Daniel Zimmerman placed the t-shirt on the counter and proceeded to purchase the t-shirt using his debit card for the amount of $21.64. He used his PIN number to complete the transaction. The debit card had his name imprinted on the card. The defendant passed all points of sale with no intention of paying for the 5 packages of Pro V1 golf balls, total value of $275. Sales receipts were provided that showed the debit card made a payment by the male individual. A total of 15 boxes of Pro V1 golf balls were stolen. The total loss for Academy Sports and Outdoors was $825.
Ms. Griffin, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm now barring you from going to any academy. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the co-defendant in this case, Mr. Zimmerman.
That's her fiance, Your Honor. No contact?
Nope. Now, we've given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with him.
Yes, sir.
If he tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging phone calls, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. No more PR bonds if you become a danger to my city. You pick up a new case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So for now, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Jamae. We'll have you take a seat in the juror box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it. And after that, you'll be free to go.
Okay.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, meaning you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with them. Like I said, if you're gone in Alabama and you're just not remaining in contact with him, I'm gonna issue a warrant, and I'm gonna tell you, if we have to pick you up in another state, you'll spend quite a bit of time in custody.
Yes,
You
sir.
understand?
Yes, Your
I'm
Honor.
not saying this won't be a problem with her, Judge. She's kept in good contact since we initiated.
Okay, good. I hope so. Just don't be a danger. That's all I'm asking. You
Absolutely.
understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Good luck. Thanks, Colin. Do you mind filing those conditions? Please? Just no going to any academy, no contact with code offenders.
My other case was Armin Stewart, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, no, no. I want to make sure he files the conditions. And so Stewart.
ARME and then first name.
Thank you.
Sorry, let me just do this real quick, Colin. Well, I've lost. For order, yeah.
What's that? Yeah, what's that? Oh, of course, of course. Okay.
Okay, so Stewart.
Stewart, yes. So this is a number of cases right now, and
Where is Mr. Stewart?
Mr. Stewart is in the back. He has shown up today. He's on bond, and he says he's fulfilled all the conditions that whenever he was last before you, you asked him to fulfill.
Come up, Mr. Stewart. So he has. I'm not happy with you, Mr. Stewart. I'm an ankle monitor, so I know where you are at all times. I'm ordering you not to use alcohol or illegal drugs. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well for you. And I'm telling you now, the next time you pick up another case, you take off, I'm going to make your bond so high, you're going to flip. Do you understand? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all of them. These cases are 408 days old. How long have you been on?
I have been on for less than a month.
Okay, but I'm gonna give you one setting to get ready, and then I'm gonna set these cases for trial. He's way too much drama for him. He's got an unlawful carrying, 3 evading arrests, injury to the elderly, 2 aggravated assaults. It's just way too much drama.
I'd move on them today if it were not for the fact that there are felonies entangled with each of these misdemeanors.
None of them have any kind of relation. They're all, our cases are all prior to the felony cases. So I don't think that they have any relation. Show me that they are. So, hold on. I don't want you to talk here in front.
It's okay.
Just something you need to
Okay.
talk about, but
Next time we'll be ready, trial or not.
so
Okay.
just, do you have offers on these cases? Please. Anthony, I'd like Mr. Stewart tested within a week, please.
We have a couple who were eventually withdrawn. I'm scrolling through the cases here.
Okay, well, regardless, if you can, please put an offer at least 2 weeks prior to the next setting so that they can get ready. It is your responsibility between now and the next setting to get with the lawyer that we've given you to go through all the evidence to see what you want to do. I'm not waiting. There's way too much drama. Your cases are too old, and I'm not waiting for the felony cases to drop. Do you understand? I will give you 30 days. At that time, it's plea or trial. Okay, Colin, thanks.
Thanks, Judge.
So he needs to meet with the pretrial before he leaves.
Yes. Yeah, we'll do this conditions.
You want him in jury or back? You want him in jury box or back?
That's fine. Just don't leave until they've met.
Judge, curfew will remain at Mr. Stewart as well, right? It's 9 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
GPS and that's something with the.
All right. Okay, hi.
Judge, may I approach?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I am here for my colleague Adam on Eric Ramirez.
Hey,
Say I bought
so what's the word?
Judge, Mr. Ramirez is in the hallway. So I believe he was asked to sit outside. I spoke with the state, per my colleague, there's some new information. I provided it with the state. They're running a short reset to, I think, try to reach the complainant again and potentially reevaluate the case.
So
depending on
the
that call.
case is 200 days old, so I'll give you a week. At
Okay.
the next setting is clear trial then. So
Okay.
1 week, have them here. And then, is there an offer on the case now? Or you said there was, right?
I'm sorry.
There is an offer now.
I
You just
believe
want to.
there is an offer. Yes.
Okay, so it's a week and then clear trial.
Yes,
Okay,
perfect. Thank you,
okay.
Judge. May we be excused?
Yes.
Thank you so
thanks.
much.
Perkins.
Good morning, Judge.
Hey.
Hey, I have Miss Collins on docket today. She's a county case. There has been no update from Galveston County. She's been reset there till May 2nd. To prevent from having to reset her every week, can we revoke her bond until we can actually physically get her back into court and then reinstate her once we can do that?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess what we can do, she's there now, right?
Yes, sir. She's still in custody. She doesn't go,
So what we'll do is let's do a bench warrant because I think that'll get her here quicker. But I'll set it at 5,001. I'll just raise it up by $1.
Okay.
And then we'll do a bench warrant today.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Excuse me.
And then I will, I guess, once we get her, we'll reach out to you and let you know when she's here.
Okay, thank you so much, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good one. May I be excused?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Destiny Collins, top of page 7, 5,001. Well, yeah, I'm gonna revoke it and I'll try to do it both so that we try to get her here as quick as possible. She's been, yeah. I know it's duplicitous, but. Hey, Ms. Strong. Hi, good morning.
I have John Ramirez on docket today. I filed jail release instructions, I believe, on Monday. Brad Moore said if you sign them, he'll do a dismissal.
Hey, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I signed it yesterday. I unsigned it so that we could sign it today and simultaneously do PR bond. So we can get that done now.
Okay.
Remember the Ramirez? Yeah. Okay,
Thank
yeah.
you, Judge.
So just, will you mind letting them know that he needs a PR bond?
Yes, I will.
And then I'll sign it for you as soon as they.
Thank you.
Hi, Blossom.
Yes, Your Honor. I have an arraignment with counsel.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Mr. Menchu? Pedro?
Minshew?
Menchu, that's what he said.
Pedro.
Pedro,
Wait, who?
Pedro Menchu, he said? Does he have a? Oh, yes. Oh, YAX maybe. Pedro Yax Menchu. YAX.
Man, I still don't see it.
Huh? I have a case number.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
56
Okay.
0488.
Sorry about that.
So
Nomás es porque
has he made bond on this?
usted salió en fianza.
As far as I can tell, he's made a bond.
I don't even show him on docket. Do you?
Neither did she, but he's, apparently somebody told him to be here and told us to.
Set for tomorrow. He's on the.
Set for tomorrow.
Well,
Oh,
I don't know what happened. I don't show him on ours being
so
set.
Roxanne, can I give you this cause number? Because it's on for tomorrow. It's not on for today. Ready? 256-0488. It's a DWI. For Pedro Jesus Yax Menchu.
Yes, exactly.
You were charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay?
On April 22nd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a traffic hazard call and observed the defendant asleep in the driver's seat in the right lane of traffic. The vehicle was on and running with lights on. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant and noticed bloodshot eyes, a strong odor of alcoholic beverage, and unsteady balance. The defendant stated he was coming from a party and admitted to drinking 6 beers. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. A 6 out of 6 was reported on the HGN, an 8 out of 8 on the walk and turn, a 3 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The defendant consented to breath and blew a .162 and a .156.
Mr. Menchu, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will put you in jail. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission, you go to jail and immigration finds you because they sweep it on a daily basis. They will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck in there until this case is over with, and then you get shipped off to immigration. Do you understand? Does it,
Yes.
does he have a valid Texas driver license? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
No,
Can you run his license? please? And
no, he doesn't have one.
does he have any prior DWIs? Please. You are not allowed to drive, Mr. Menchu. Look at me. You will be signing a promise with me today. This is an affidavit that you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. If I find that you drive, you could be, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to say to a billy goat, don't drive.
No prior DWIs.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with them. If they tell me that they cannot get a hold of you because you're not responding to phone calls, text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. If you pick up a new DWI or consume alcohol, it's the worst possible thing you can do. Do you understand? Okay, I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I will have you go to Jamaica where you will sign a reset. After that, you will get with pretrial who will give you your bond conditions. And after that, you'll be free to go. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Eli.
How are you, Your Honor?
How are you, man?
I have Mr. Alexander.
Okay,
So the case is kind of getting old. His felony was reset to 521. The felony was filed after our case, but the felony predates our case, and it's all the same complaining witnesses. I don't know, I'm just wanting to reset it to see if the felony resolves, if the court would allow, but if not,
is there an offer that they're going to kill this case if he?
there's no offer right now, and I don't see a point in him taking an offer unless it's a global resolution. So, I mean, I could email felony and CC his felony.
Where are they at with the felony? Is there even an offer on there?
There's a 2-year deferred, I believe,
That's correct.
on the felony, but I don't think he's spoken with his attorney about that offer. He is 18. I know he's been clean, passed his drug test, so
Great.
I'm trying to just reset it, and I mean, I don't want to
At
drag it out
some
though.
point, I got to say when though.
I know, I understand.
You know,
I understand.
when is that?
521, and I'll be out of the country till 527.
Pinky swear?
I hope so.
Pinky swear, 521, we're done?
No, I mean, I can't, I mean, I have no,
Kidding.
yeah. But another thing is, I don't know if felony is gonna want this case going to trial, because I'm gonna be crossing all of.
Right, come on. But, so that's what I'm saying. I will give you to then, but at that point, if nothing's done, I'm gonna set up a trial. I can't just keep doing it, and by then it'll be, so, hey, on Alexander, can you, at a minimum, let felony know that I'm not gonna freaking hold this thing? It's 213 days now. I will give you guys until 522. At that time, if they haven't done anything upstairs, I'm setting it for trial.
I'm gonna be out of the country until 5/27.
Let's do, well, can't do it before. Okay, we'll do 528.
5/28?
That's that Monday. Okay,
That's fair.
all right.
Thank you.
All right, McFeely, that's it.
Fair enough.
Okay. Didn't we just leave here?
What's that?
Didn't we just leave here? Back here already?
You know, they do, right, if you have a felony.
Well, in Brazos County, they do that. Like at Bryan College State, Aggieland. Guess they're not all stupid in Aggieland.
Hey,
Good morning, may I approach you?
of course.
I'm here with Mr. Ralphie Jimenez. He's in the court. He was offered a PTI. He was given, I think, I'm not sure exactly how many days to do it, but it was a shorter reset because of the age of the case, I think.
What is he supposed to do?
16 hours community service
Okay.
and a decision-making class.
What has he done?
He's completed 9 hours. He has gotten locked out of his decision-making class and his email. I don't understand what the issue
Jimenez,
is.
come up. So I'll give him until Monday, and if he doesn't have it done Monday, I'm gonna bring him here day after day. You have until Monday to complete everything. If you did not have everything complete by Monday, then I'm going to bring you back day for day until it gets done. Do you understand? Your case is 245 days old and I'm not waiting anymore. You don't have it done by Monday, I'm going to bring you back here so much, you're going to think it's a career. Do you understand? Take a seat.
I have one off docket matter. It's actually on tomorrow's docket on a bond violation for Thomas Murdoch. Do you want the case number, Judge?
Oh, there's a Thomas Murdoch that's in the waiting room.
Yes.
Okay,
I got confused and I thought today was tomorrow.
okay.
So I had him come on Zoom.
I'm not gonna, no. They can't Zoom on for a bond violation.
Well, it's tomorrow's docket, but the problem is he failed to report for a drug test, but he's working in Tennessee right now and I didn't want a warrant to issue. He's gonna be back in Texas.
He has to live by conditions like everybody else.
Right.
He's,
If he can get a drug test at his job where.
what's your cause number?
Sure, Judge. It's 255-1965. And he also told me he didn't get an alert stating that he needed to drug test. It was on April 16th that he missed it, but he's been working in Tennessee, but he plans on coming back to Houston. I just didn't want a warrant to issue while he was at work and traveling.
So I will give him until Monday to go to Quest Diagnostic to get a test.
Okay.
And he has until Monday to get you the results, but it has to be a Quest. I'm not Punka City Labs or no. If it's a Quest and it gets to you by Monday, I'm happy. Otherwise, a warrant issues.
Thank you, Judge. I will make that's handled.
So SFBF Monday. Yep, thanks.
Well, sorry.
Hey, yeah.
Mr. We have more Ashley?
Hold on, give me just write this down. Did you get that guy's on Murdoch? You got it? Do you need the cause number? You did? Okay, great. Okay, tell me.
So he was approved for PTI this morning.
Great. Has he done a TRS?
Already.
We'll give you a couple weeks.
So he has an ALR suspension, but his driver's license should be eligible on May 25th.
I'm not gonna wait an entire month. I mean, because he wastes time and then, so what I would say, have him get a portable device so he can get in now. We can give him a no driving affidavit, because at least he's done with the month of the program when his license, as soon as he gets the license back. Because I'm telling you, once a license gets eligible, you have to pay a reinstatement fee. That's another 3 weeks. So it's not really just 1 month. It's gonna be like 2 months, 2.5 months. So we can give you a no driving affidavit now, sign it, have him file it with them now, and then portable device, and then that way you get it now. Yeah, and then as soon as he gets the license, the physical license or the eligibility, like the paper, then we can switch it out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, okay,
Thank you.
for sure. Hi. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm here on Jennifer Gonzalez.
Come up, Ms. Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna need your help on this. Come up. Please.
Your Honor, so the state has filed a motion to revoke community supervision on Ms. Gonzalez. I just spoke to Ms. Gonzalez about each of these, and so I'd like to be able to respond to them before the board if possible.
Sure.
Well, I would ask them to start with their motion though, actually.
So here's the deal.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have a lot of history with Ms. Gonzalez, a ton of history you don't know about. And we've gone round and round with her testing positive for alcohol, pills, meth, cocaine, alcohol, and it's literally been over and over, and it's been over. And now while she's on this probation, she tests positive for meth.
The night she tested positive for amphetamines, meth, and opiates, and on the March 5th, she tested positive for THC. She's also had skips on her device, 12 in February, 5 in January, 8 in December.
So I really think, and I warned her at the outset when she got on the probation that it was a problem, that I was going to put her in treatment. And I think that this is truly the only appropriate way to go forward, because we gave her the opportunity to do this on her own, and we multiple times, and it's just not happening.
I have signed up for treatment, sir.
Ours is better. And I think that that's really the only appropriate course of action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to amend your conditions to go into treatment. I think that that's, the evaluation is to do who.
Yes, go ahead, I'm sorry.
In terms of the treatment, Your Honor, is it that you are wanting it to be jail-based treatment, or could it be facility?
I usually,
It's too late. We're helping ourselves to test casita. It's a 3 to 6 month program based on how to respond.
Your Honor, I have my father at home by himself, Your Honor, who's, I have.
gave you the opportunity, ma'am.
May I speak to you
Not gonna-
openly? Just for a second, Your Honor?
No, I've heard it before. You've told it to me time and again, and I've heard it time and again. And I'm sorry, but, we gave you the opportunity. You're testing positive for these.
Please.
So, Your Honor, I think when I spoke to her before, the only thing that we were talking about in terms of possible failed drug tests was a test that I showed from last month for marijuana. And so her explanation for that, Your Honor, is that she has broken her arm in 2 different places and pain management issues. Until we were here now, I'm only hearing about these other things. The only reason I bring it up, Your Honor, is because if she is having some type of issue with substances, I support treatment. I just question whether the jail-based treatment is the only possible option. Like, could she go into custody and be transferred from there into a facility where she has to be inpatient for 120 days or however many days you're requiring? Does it just have to be who, I guess is what I'm asking.
Here's the thing. Every time that I've done a TRAS on someone and
Yes,
have
sir.
deviated from it, we've paid for it dearly. They've either picked up a new DWI, you know, a felony, just, and I really take homage in the TRASs because I tell you, every time we deviate from it and I acquiesce to something that you guys want or defense wants, we pay for dearly and they end up in a worse position. And so that's why this has been an ongoing battle for 2 years. We've had an ongoing battle with Ms. Gonzalez for 2 years where it's been nonstop testing for this or testing for that. And I can show you the proof. I've got the proof. And now while she's on bond, she picks up a felony PCS. She's testing positive for these things, you know?
I would just add the felony PCS was
I get it.
dismissed
I get it.
It's my medication.
within 5 days of it being filed, so.
I understand. I get it. But I really want to do it with the TRS. You know, I'm sorry, man, but that's what we're
I
gonna
can't
do.
leave my father, sir.
These are things that you think about when you're out there in the free world. We gave you the opportunity, Ms. Gonzalez. I'm not gonna argue with you.
No, sir, I'm not trying to argue with you, sir. I don't think the drug tests are, you're not, Your Honor, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to say you're not looking at it correctly, but maybe you're not remembering, sir. I haven't
So
drank
maybe
in
she wants a
15 years.
motion, maybe she wants a hearing on, maybe she wants a hearing on actually revoking her probation. if
Not
that's what-
revoking it.
So he's not.
Not revoking.
No,
You're just changing the conditions.
what I'm saying is, my drug tests, sir, those are my medications that you're calling out, sir. The Adderall.
Okay, stop.
Yes, ma'am.
Just, I'm sorry.
Please, sir. Please, sir.
Not gonna argue. No, we tried this.
Can you please tell, his name is Steven, he's around the corner. That they're putting me in jail. How long am I gonna be?
It's all up to you. If
Your
you
Honor, I will
all the
do anything.
treatment,
I can't take my dad's not gonna have anyone to help him, sir. If we
I'm not gonna
please
argue
look.
with you, ma'am.
No, sir, I'm not trying to argue.
Have the opportunity.
I haven't drank in 15 years,
Thank
Your
you, Your
Honor.
Honor.
You have to look at my stuff. It's not right.
Stewart?
Sign conditions for who?
It's straight ahead. For the conditions, it's the updated bond. Conditions are the same that we previously had it. And we'll drug test a week. So May 1st, you would go to free trial. Yeah, from 7:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And your first started with 8 p.m. with the same curve. So we come to an agreement on.
Bianca Lopez.
It's gonna be a 2-year deferred with the dismissal of felony. That's below. Only thing we.
She's not today.
Yeah.
She's in custody.
She's in custody.
The criminal required 2 hours. Does that, I can't remember if they are in custody.
We do it, we can have it expedited 3 days. We can have results probably by Monday, at the latest Tuesday.
So will she be released today? Probably not. Right, that's
No. I mean, well, hold on, I don't even know why. Let me see why she's in. Do you have, what's keeping her in?
Both cases, we talked about this, I think, last
Okay,
week.
so on our case, she's not made bond. On the felony case, it's at no bond.
Right.
So,
They're gonna dismiss that case if she pleads the 2 years deferral here.
so let's do the TRS. We can set it up for you now. I can have it done probably today's Thursday. I don't know if we can get it done by tomorrow. I can try. At the latest, we can have it done by Monday. It'll take 2 to 3 days to get the results, and then we can do the plea. So probably by Wednesday at the latest to do the plea. You're not happy with it?
I think it's a nice deal, but I don't know if she's gonna wanna, she wants to get out.
She's not made bond, and the problem is that if we let her out, there's a good possibility we're not gonna see her. She's been, you know, the only reason we have her now is because they didn't give her a bond on the,
Yeah, and yeah, that's what we talked about last time. Okay, I mean.
and here's the thing though, I mean, is she gonna do the probation? Do you know? Would she comply with it? Have you asked her, does she even want to do the probation?
Well, when I went to see her earlier, she had discussed with me that, you know, that was the offer and that she wanted to do the probation. I just thought that it was a probation on the felony case and dismissed this one. But
That's so much better. The problem is though, is a lot of will say, yeah, of course I want to do it because they know it gets them out.
Right.
But then when they get out, do they actually do it?
And even beforehand, Your Honor, she had, we kind of talked about this. She stated that she was trying to get into San Maria.
She homeless?
I'm sorry?
She homeless?
No, she lives with her granddad. So, kind of, but not really.
Actually, I know which is fine. Would y'all want to see what the TRS comes back at first and then plea, or do you want to?
No, we should do the TRS first.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, I could get it done when we expedite it, we can have it done within 1 to 2 days. But the problem is today's Thursday and they won't do it on Saturday. So that's what I'm saying. Monday would probably be the latest.
Get her back, okay.
And then it takes 2 days at least just to get the results back.
Okay.
But like I said, though, is she gonna do it? Or is she's saying it? So ask her, like, honestly, are you gonna really want to do it? Or are you just saying it just to get out? Because
I mean, I think it's more the latter, to be honest.
it'll be so much
but-
worse if you just get out and don't do anything. As opposed to,
End up in here for an extended period of time. That's absolutely correct.
because what I'm thinking is maybe we can get her into like human trafficking or into like that program instead of just the deferred to find out what's going on with her life.
Right, okay,
You know,
yeah.
what about with human trafficking? You know,
So I know that human trafficking generally contains containers.
they won't.
I can try my new towel. I think that with this deal from felony and this deal came from a district court chief.
It's great. It's
Yeah.
really, I mean, it's
Yeah.
on a delivery.
It's a
It's great, but I mean,
I would hope that,
are we setting her up for failure?
and that's the thing, I think that we should see, probably see what the TRS says, because I think that she's probably gonna need some sort of inpatient treatment.
Ah, okay. Well, you know what? I know what to think of that. Right.
And I think San Maria would be inpatient.
Mr. Tyson, what do you think of that? Perhaps the proverbial carrot with the dismissal of the case upstairs is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great opportunity, the 2-year deferred. I don't know that she has a drug history. I know that the charge upstairs is the manufacturing and delivering. So I don't know if it's that she's using the drugs or.
Yes, that's why we do the TRAS, right?
Yeah,
And that's, just so we're all on the same page here, that's why I wanted to try to see the TRS first.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Because I don't want you walking her into something, or us walking her something blind that she just doesn't know.
okay. I'll go talk to her and,
Let me get Shatori on it as soon as she gets back. I don't know where she went.
Okay.
I can give you a date as far as the TRAS.
okay.
Yes, sir. Early this morning. Oh, okay.
Okay, Mr. Butler.
Yes, sir. How are you? Just gonna chit chat with your chief about a case.
Saw that you had something on.
Mr. Yepis.
Who is it?
Mr. Yepis.
Yepes, that's right.
He's President McClellan.
What are we doing with Mr. Yepes?
Hopefully the right thing today, so I'm gonna have a chat.
Yeah, let me know.
All right.
You guys don't have a heater on, do you? Not it. I'm sweating. Please. No more. Please. I can't. I'm literally sweating.
It's freezing here.
Yes.
If I'm nothing else, I'm a zealous advocate for my client.
You're doing great. I will never begrudge you for zealously advocating. You're doing great, really.
Ms. Garcia just wanted me to just ask you, I think I know the answer, but she just wanted me to ask you, would you give her a few days to assist her father?
No, because
Okay.
I don't think that will see her. Thanks.
Next.
Great job. I know. And you know, the thing is that it's always the same. It's always the same because no one, you know, and I get it. I get it. But we can both go through the history that we've had with her and it's just. Hey. Look, Caleb, you ready? What case was that with Mr. Tyser again?
It was
Lopez. The felony court ordered a TRAS for May 6th. We're gonna get it done quicker. We can get it done hopefully tomorrow. They'll have someone come talk to her. And then obviously because they're doing it tomorrow, we're not gonna get the results till like next week, but we'll get it as quick as we can. And then.
So I talked to her about that. And she wanted to know if you would consider giving her an ankle monitor to ensure that she shows back up.
Let me do a TRAS first, see what it says.
Because tomorrow,
We're gonna do it tomorrow. I really want to see what it says. I don't know anything about her. I don't know if she's homeless. I don't know where she's gonna go. If she's gonna come back, all I know is that she picked up a felony and took off. And the only reason we have her now is because she picked up a new case.
I understand, Your Honor. I do. I get that. Okay, cool. All right.
And then let her know, all I want to do is the TRAS. Once we get it back, we'll talk and opposed or unopposed?
I'm waiting to find out. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Please.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Ms. Williams. She was appointed this morning, and I saw the state's motion for bond conditions. Bond right here, Judge. Actually,
Got it. Okay.
and Judge, I understand that one of the conditions that was approved was that she can have no contact through anyone else. She has
Contact with who?
with a complaining witness, or through anyone else. She has property.
No. Just the complaining witness.
Okay.
If it says more people, I'll take it off.
Oh, or through any other person. And my concern was that she was gonna ask one of her family members to go pick up her stuff. Is
Okay.
that okay? Yes, Judge.
What are we doing, Judge? Okay, so I just took out if you want to take a look. So my only concern is just no contact with the complaining witness. That's all I'm concerned about. Yeah.
Special work, Judge.
Great. No, I didn't do anything. The only thing I took off is where it says other persons, you know? Yeah, thanks.
Yes.
Yes.
Your Honor, I have Zion Harris on docket.
Okay.
I think this is his first setting, Your Honor.
Yes.
And so I think we're just, looking for bond conditions.
Done.
He's young.
On probation for an aggravated assault. Picks up this case. What's he doing? Have you talked to him? Is he back yet?
He's in school.
Yeah.
Yes, he is here.
Did you test him? What?
He did go to the testing. Harris.
Yes, it was, presumptive positive for THC.
Okay. Come up. Meaning that they test him and that he's basically presumptively positive for THC for marijuana. So I'm gonna order him not to use, and I'm gonna tell him that I'm testing him in 50 days. If you test, I'm going to test you again. And it's going to be 50 days from today. If you stop using, it shouldn't show up in your system. If you test positive again, it tells me that you continue to use, and it's not gonna go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing with yourself these days? Where? I don't know why you're smirking, dude. You're not going well you're on felony probation. You've now picked up another case.
Your Honor, I just think that's nervousness.
I go to JJ, but tomorrow I got an appointment for a GED trade school.
That's great. At least you have to do something with your life. Let me tell you, this life really, really sucks if you don't have money. And I would say most of the problems, most of the fights, most of the people that are in custody, 2 reasons. 1, no self-control. Number 2, they ain't got no money, so they'll do anything for it. And that's why they end up in custody. It starts now, while you're 17 and 18, to get on things and not end up as another statistic. Do you understand? What time was it? Was it in the middle of the night?
Taking a look here, Your Honor.
You're not to go back to this store, this place where you were hanging out with. I don't want you to go back there. Do you understand?
Judge, I'm looking and I'm not seeing a stated time here or when the office occurred.
Okay.
According to the defendant, I asked him the same thing. It was the afternoon. It was, around 6 or 6:30.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks, and I want you to show me proof that you're either enrolled in school full time, or that you're actually working. But the days of you just doing nothing all day, it's not gonna work. Smoking weed all day, doing nothing, it's not gonna work. Do you understand? I'm gonna keep a close eye on you so we know that this system will not fail you. If you end up in custody, it's because of you and you alone. Is he here? Are you here with someone today? Your mom? Come on up. Thank you so much for coming. I just don't want him to end up as another statistic. He's on felony probation. He's picked up a new case. He's testing positive. No more. I'm gonna test him 50 days from today. If he continues to smoke, it's not gonna end up well. And I'm gonna, I need your help with me. I can't do this alone, What does he do all day?
But he, just got accepted into the GED program to take a trade and a GED at the same time.
Right? Okay. What's gonna happen with that? Is he gonna start that now?
I enroll him tomorrow.
Okay, so what's the schedule? Okay. My only other concern is I don't want you out in the middle of the night. Nothing good happens at 2 a.m. when you're 17. So I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I'm gonna give you a curfew as well. So what do you think is reasonable as far as a curfew?
7, 8.
Oh, I was gonna say 9 or 10, but if that's what you want, I'm at your mercy. Whatever you think's appropriate.
I think 8 is fine.
That's it. So whatever you think, guys, appropriate, I'm with you. So whatever you think, whatever you want, I'm game. If there are any people that he's not to hang out with that you know about, let us know. We'll make sure that he's not gonna hang out with them as well. And then, I'm gonna put a monitor on you so I know you're not messing around. Do you understand? If your mom tells you something, you must agree. If she says jump, you say how high. You have any problems, just let us know and we'll try to take care of it for you, okay? It won't cost you a thing. We're gonna waive all the fees so you won't have to pay for anything as well, okay? So this is your primary source of contact. So if you ever have a problem, she can let her know, she'll let me know, and then we'll try to fix any problems, okay? Don't use, it's not gonna go well. Do you understand? Okay, all right, make me proud, man. All right.
That's all I have, Your Honor. My big school.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, Judge. May I approach? I'm approaching on Ms. Torrance.
Where's she?
She's in processing.
Processing still? No one, they gave her a PR bond?
I don't, but also, yes.
You know it?
And is this the one?
Yes.
Torrance, did they give her a PR bond? Yeah. I guess, Anna, you wanna roll it?
That's fine with me. I know you guys don't like to do too much or put too many cases on the docket for Friday.
No, I don't, for this.
Yes.
They gave her a PR bond. Hey, they gave her a PR bond.
Okay.
Serenity.
Is there any way I can ask you to set her a cash bond if she's in processing? So hopefully.
She's being released as we speak.
Okay.
So she'll get a 7-day setting on the field. No, I'm not gonna override them actually. I'm gonna let them do what they do and then I'll deal with it.
I will try and get her here tomorrow.
Roll it to tomorrow. I said.
Okay.
One other question though, so we have a seasonal guy on standby for that.
Don't worry about it.
That's what
Okay.
I'm not even concerned about that anymore.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Judge. Maybe excused.
Josh. Is she here?
He's here, Judge.
Great. Shall we get it done?
So she's not accepting any offer, and I think they're gonna be refiling as a felon in possession case. Essentially, the state's gonna be dismissing this case, so this is my understanding. Richard?
I'm just.
So
Can you bring her up? Can you bring her up? I'm so sick of playing this. This is just.
Third, this part.
I'm sending this for trial right now. I'm not taking anything. I'm tired of this game. If she ever shows up at 1 PM, I'm gonna hold her in contempt. How long when can we get this trial?
So Judge, I know we were going back and forth with this too. Sorry, I looked at this. You can look at it the other day. I can do it clear. And even more so strong. So
Are you gonna, what are you gonna do?
I'm doing grand jury today. I'm gonna try to get the grand jury.
They have given you an offer in this case. By you rejecting it, he's telling you now he's gonna go to grand jury to have it indicted as a felony. And you're gonna be looking at a 3rd-degree felony. You realize this? You wanna set this thing for trial? Or what do you wanna do?
I'm fine.
That's fine, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna get email grand jury today.
You were set for trial this Tuesday and you showed up at 1 PM. If you do that again, I'm going to have a contempt hearing and you'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand me? When you were set for trial, you were to appear here at 8:30 in the morning, not 10:02, not 11:51, not 2, 8:30 in your seat. Do you understand? So How long, what's the soonest trial setting we can do? In the event that you don't get it indicted, because
I just asked for. I just for 30 days, just so we can get all this things out. There's all that. I mean, actually, it should be done already, so I can look, just, but either Cole or John.
okay, so this will be set for trial May 20th. I'm sending you now for a drug, did we send it for a drug test yet?
I believe you did on Tuesday, Judge.
Sent her on Monday, I believe, and she was for something positive for THC and coke.
Okay, I'm revoking your bond. You're going to custody right now. She goes with you. Unacceptable. And now we set it for trial May 20th. $5,001. Yeah.
So I didn't.
We have a dismissal in your queue.
Okay, on your pass?
Yes, on the FS.
Here you go. Good job.
Thank you.
It's not there yet, Mr. Butler.
What's that?
It's not there yet, but it's.
It'll be there, yeah. All right, thank you.
Ya no había pasado nada, entonces en el salado esto nada. ¿De dónde es? ¿De dónde eres?
Good morning, gentlemen. Shh.
Good morning.
Both of you guys are charged with driving while intoxicated cases. Both of you guys have entered into agreements to end these cases. The agreements are such that they will now end up as convictions on your record. Does he have a prior DWI? Or, I'm sorry, who is Amira Castellanos? Does he have a prior DWI? I think he does.
Judge, we don't see any prior DWIs here.
Yeah, but he has a prior for something from 2016.
El WDA. Nada. Sí, antes.
Judge, I'm rerunning it right now.
No.
He was actually in this court in 2016 as well.
He said he had something in 2015?
16.
16. 2016. ¿De qué era? Lo mismo.
It was a DWI, Your Honor. It just is not showing up on. There's no prosecution date, so I think it was dismissed.
Never assume. It was in bond forfeiture status and they issued a judgment nisi against him. He had a prior DWI. I'm not going to continue to do the same thing in the hopes that someone, Mr. Munoz Puente, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated. I'm sorry, it's not elevated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you have done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you will be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases you pick up. You understand? You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, it will go on your record and it will be there forever. You're allowed to make mistakes. We all make mistakes. But when you endanger other people's lives repeatedly and you continue to make the same mistakes that you endanger other people's lives, We don't continue to do proverbial slaps on the wrist as indicated here. So if you want to drink, if you want to get lit, have 52 beers, 32 shots of tequila, take an Uber. Don't get into a car. From now on, you get pulled over and an officer sees this, the slightest smell of anything, you will probably end up back in jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
Second DWI, a minimum of 30 days in jail and a $6,000 supervisory fee. So don't pick up another one. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty and I will sentence you to 3 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. I'm now going to suspend your license or your ability to get a license for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Good luck to you, sir.
What I was about to say.
You can waive it. Yeah. I'm not going to continue to take a proverbial slap on the wrist. I do not have to take this. You will now be allowed to withdraw your plea. And if you want to do something else, but you have a prior DWI and now you have another DWI. I'm sorry, but sorry, Mr. Umpire, you know, whatever you guys want to do, but if you want more time, I'm happy to give you more time. Okay. De Niro Wilson, come up. Scenario. Area, okay.
Over here, Ms. Wilson.
You want to do the features? Just wait.
She have any, hey, Wilson have any prior DWIs?
No priors. No priors on anything. She don't want to do the program. You're not proper.
Okay. Come up, Miss Wilson. Good morning. So you've talked to him about the program. You have no wishes to do that to try to get it dismissed?
No, I just think it's a little bit too much for me right now.
Far be it from me to try to lead you to water, to try to do anything that would try to benefit your career. You're old enough to understand that actions have consequences. And I'm telling you now that the action you are taking today, you will one day regret. It may not be tomorrow, may not be next week, but I guarantee you in 5, 10 years, 15, why in the hell did I do this? Because you have the opportunity to try to get this thing dismissed with a diversion program. Whereas now, when you plead guilty to something, it goes on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. You understand? You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So, like I said, once you plead guilty, this isn't target. You can return it because you don't like it. It will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. Do you understand? You ever get pulled over in the future, officers immediately look at your record to see what kind of record you had. If they see this prior DWI, they roll up to your window and they smell anything funky, it's probably not going to go well for you. And what we're doing today, from now on, it's a minimum of 30 days in jail. No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. You're allowed to make mistakes, but when you do, and you continue to endanger other people's lives, the sentences get longer, the fines get larger. A second DWI, like I said, it's a minimum of 30 days in jail, not to mention a supervisory fee of $6,000 they tax onto you. And if you don't pay, every $100 you owe, you sit 1 day in jail. You understand? Are you sure you want to do this? Okay, how do you plead to the DWI? Guilty or not guilty? I'm gonna find you guilty. I'll sentence you to 3 days in jail, give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. I'm going to suspend your driver's license for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. There's a $3,000 surcharge that would normally apply to you when you plead guilty to a first DWI. If it's above a 0.15, it's a $6,000 surcharge. I'm gonna waive the fee for you today. You come back with another DWI. It's a minimum 30 days and a $6,000 surcharge. You understand me? So you want to get lit, don't get into a car. Even if you've had a sip of alcohol, you get in, you get pulled over, officers see this, it's not going to go well for you. Good luck. All right, Greg.
Okay.
Eric.
It's in the paper.
Ready?
Yes. Benedict is the last name.
Okay. Ms. Benedict, come up. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with assault causing bodily injury. You're facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any case that you pick up. Well, not any case, but Class A. Do you understand me? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to the offense, ma'am?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to it. Good luck to you. Thanks, sir.
I have one more, but we'll wait on it for you.
Please see the clerk. Okay.
Mr. Mario Castellanos. Okay, so I was speaking with him. He told me he hasn't been arrested for a second DWI. What happened was in 2016, he was arrested in for this specific DWI, the same one he's about to plead on right now. And then he got deported, or he was crossing the border, he was taken into custody. And then they sent him back to resolve the case. But essentially, this is the second time he was arrested wasn't DWI related. I think it was related to his ICE hold or his immigration issue.
And I apologize. I saw the 2015 earlier and assumed that's on me again. It's the same case. His case, the defense state on this case is 2015. Everything the defense counsel is saying aligned with what she's read.
So it's just one DWI?
This is one DWI. He was arrested a second time related to immigration.
You want a full NCIC on it?
Yes, sir. So the only other thing I have is a Class C, public prosecution.
All right. That's okay. We can do it.
You can grab the interpreter.
Hey, we still have all the plea paperwork ready. So yeah, if you just want to go grab it, we can get it done.
Quick question on that.
Shoot.
But it's for me, because I don't know if anything's changed. I haven't done it in a while. But I usually have like it's on.
So full faith and credit. So if we suspend it
I'm
here,
gonna put this number on Arkansas license number on there or what's the date of birth?
I don't know. You know,
Because I mean.
I have no idea how that works. I mean, if you want to, you can. It can't hurt, right?
Okay.
Just put,
Like AR or whatever
But, so any suspension here, full faith and credit, they'll recognize it as well, and they will suspend it over there. And over there in Arkansas, they'll not reinstate it until it gets reinstated here.
Okay. But here it is.
So, and I don't know how that.
Well, I don't know how you're gonna pay reinstatement fee now. That's because here you just go DPS online. You pay 140.
Right, she'll have to contact DPS.
Okay.
Hey,
Just as.
I signed it.
Oh, you did? Okay, great.
Two pleas, you want to do the same time?
I know Fraser's one. Who's the other one?
Washington.
Yes. Let's do Washington first and then, because I'm gonna end up probably spending more time with Jamal Washington, come up. Good morning, Mr. Washington. Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 6 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. This charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, right to be arraigned, charge raised in open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead to it, that's it. You understand? Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Yes.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. We'll roll your report costs you. You won't owe anything. Good luck to you, sir. Thanks. Trevon Frazier, come up. Why? Why would we do this? You know,
Regular motor vehicle is not guilty of, Judge. We provided exoneration. Yes. Material for that. He was he had the alibi defense. He was at work when that offense occurred. The theft case came from the burglary motor vehicle because he used that person's phone for cash out. So he's pleading on the theft and the burglary motor vehicle being dismissed.
theft, after robbery, after gun case, after trespass, now working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why would we just continue to take these proverbial slaps on the wrist when you continue to pick up cases? Not only that, you can't even keep up with bond conditions because he has a bond violation, right?
Judge, he had bond violations and he revoked his bond and he spent 18 days in jail. He was going to stay in jail. His girlfriend bonded him out this past weekend. He didn't have phone service and why he didn't go to take the drug test on Monday. And as soon as they contacted me, I contacted him, told him to contact pretrial, and they told him he needed to contact me again. But he did not have phone service, and when they notified him, he needed to be there Monday. He didn't receive any new bond conditions after he bonded out because it was on the weekend. But he would have tested had he known he had to be there. He contacted me immediately.
People don't get it when it comes too easy. When you continue to get these proverbial slaps on the wrist. You just don't get it. All I care about is my city. All I care about is protecting everyone. And here you are with working 8 and 9. Now another proverbial slap on the wrist. How does that benefit anyone? What have you done to change your life? What have you done? What are you doing right now, Mr. Frazier?
Oh, well, I'm going back to work. Like I said, my system should be clean, so I'm trying to get my tweet card and get back in the.
Someone's got a case of the spostas. You got a case of the spostas. So I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that, I'm supposed to do this.
This is what I'm doing now. I just got out of jail Monday, so I'm trying to get my life back together. That's all. That's what's going on right now. I'm in the process of doing that. I'm going back to work tomorrow. I just want to come to court. My boss lady said she wanted me to come to court first before I just came back to work and had to miss work again.
I think that probably the only way that I would do something is that I can hang on to you tight to make sure things are done the right way. So I know you're doing right. This, you just end up with just a bunch of more convictions. And now, the next time it's a felony If I take this, which I'm telling you, I'm not going to, the next one, you're looking at a felony and you're looking at years instead of days. And with probation, I'm okay, but I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna do it, Mr. Frazier. I want to make sure that you end up on the up and up and just don't become another statistic. And this, you're just another statistic and it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, Carl.
Okay.
But if you want to do probation, I'm happy to do it. That way we can maintain and make sure he's doing right. But talk and let me know. So you can withdraw it. We can set up a trial, or, you know, you guys want to work something else out, I'm happy. Sam.
Hey, Jeff, how are you?
How are you, man?
Well, it's been a while.
I know.
What's new? Adrian Hernandez.
Working somewhere else, I guess, another floor or something?
Felony.
Oh, so sorry.
I know. Missing all the good times on here.
Well, it's easier going. Some, I guess, right? For Hernandez?
It's different.
Totally.
Very different. Yes, Adrian Hernandez. He's not here. I'm covering for someone.
I know.
I know
Today's the SFBF day. So I have to revoke it, you know, it's the multiple time.
I was gonna see, is there any chance we could do Monday or Tuesday of next week? Just because I know his attorney has spoken to him and his attorney's just not here. So they're all at training today. So I don't know if there's any chance that his attorney would be able to help him out in a way. I can't, because I don't really know. I don't know a lot. I just know that he's spoken to him. I don't actually know when they're getting back. I could check with them.
All right, I'll give you till Monday.
Till Monday.
But by then, it'll be like the third
It'll be, I
time.
know, I thought it would be on today, so I'll let him know, last chance.
Super SFBF.
I'll make it very clear.
Also, it's 147 days, so it's time. Do you have an offer on the carrier?
Right now,
So if he does show, tell him to get ready, you know.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
For this weekend, I leave Sunday on a cruise. Don't y'all call me next week. I'm gonna be on a beach somewhere on the ship. We're going for a week.
Okay,
December.
back to Mr. Amira Castellanos. The only thing I want you to understand is that we don't take lightly when people continue to endanger our community, especially with something as silly as a DWI. It is extremely easy for you to pick up your phone, push one button on it with Uber or Lyft or whatever, and have a car waiting to take you wherever you want to go. If you are consuming alcohol, if you're doing anything that is going to impair your ability to drive, take another way. Do you understand? If you ever pick up another DWI, it will be a minimum of 30 days in jail. Not to mention a supervisory fee of around $6,000. Do you understand?
Yes,
You get pulled over, an officer will see a proud DWI. Even if you have the faintest smell of alcohol, the encounter will probably not go well. In this case, you are pleading guilty to the DWI. It is enhanced with a 0.15 breath test. Is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above?
Yes, sir.
It's included enhancement. We're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel petition to be had, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record and it will be there for the rest of your life. Is this what you want to do?
¿Usted desea hacer? Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not?
Culpable o no culpable. Culpable. Guilty.
I'm gonna find
Voy a
you,
hallarlo
I'm gonna
culpable.
follow the agreement, I'm gonna send you to 3 days in
Sentenciarlo
jail,
3
give you
días
credit for the
cárcel,
2 days
pero
that
por
you've
los
done.
2 días que ya se
I'm now
viste.
going to suspend your
Voy a
license
suspender su
for
licencia
90 days.
30
There's
días.
a $6,000 surcharge on your license. I'm going to waive it now because it's a first offense. But if you come back with another one, get ready because it's serious jail time, not to mention a $6,000 possible fine and fee. You understand?
Sí, señor. Yes, sir. Buena suerte.
Thank you, Judge.
¿Vas a ir al primer piso? Sala 10.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, yes. I'm here for Mr. Saran. I just want to make sure he is doing Monday, Thursday testing, and he came back clean. So, we're just good to reset it. I just wanted to make
Saran.
sure.
Clean? Great. So let's take it to one time a week.
Okay, great.
Okay, for some time, he's okay, then we'll goes to normal resets.
Is it random week?
Random, correct.
Okay, he doesn't have a phone number, so I don't know how they're gonna like contact him so he knows to
So
come.
someone in his life must have a phone number. I don't know what to tell you. Then he's gonna have to call in every day.
Yeah, so
He's gonna have to call in.
can I talk to him and then we reapproach on that? Because if they can't get in contact with him, then.
He calls then. And then he dials a number and they'll tell him, okay, now's your time to come in. And then he has to go in versus, okay, you're off the hook for today. That's the way it works.
I don't think he has a phone. But let me just talk to him and.
I'm sure he can find a phone somewhere.
He has access to the internet, it's all on infrastructure. You can access the web.
Okay.
Yeah. If we do it on a particular day, it completely defeats the purpose.
No, I understand that. If my client doesn't have the resources to like communicate with pretrial services, I don't want to set him up to
Hey,
fail.
we have something that he can get a phone, right? We'll give him a phone.
Okay, great.
Resources.
Stick around, we're going to have to back down once per week.
Okay.
So it'll be once per week.
Yeah, and then Sarah, we have resources that will give him a phone.
Okay, great. Yeah, I just want to make sure before we change anything that we can establish. I don't think he does even have it. So I'll talk to CLO about it. Okay, thank you.
Hi, Carl. Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm Fleischer, just want to let you know, we're going to do a T-RAS evaluation for him.
Okay.
To set him for a plea, for the theft case and then the burglary motor vehicles.
Okay, yeah.
But you were talking about all those prior cases.
Then I'll waive the fee. The TRAS fee.
Oh, okay. So
I know that they're sporadic. Some of them are old. I get it.
There's only two convictions. There's only two convictions, evading arrest and a
I get it. I
misdemeanor
understand.
theft case.
Understand.
The other cases were dismissed.
Sure that he's doing it.
I had a lot worse than that. But
One is a felony.
I understand that. Okay. But the reason that the burglary motor vehicle was being dismissed because he was at work when the burglary occurred. That's why they were, state was willing, I gave them the documentation to that. That's why they were willing to dismiss the burglary motor vehicle. It wasn't because we were just pleading on the theft case. We were pleading on the theft case because he already served 18 days in jail after you revoke his bond. But he literally only has two convictions.
Attorney for Landon?
No, he doesn't have just two convictions. He has more. He has a trespass, he has an evading, he has a trespass. The robbery gets dismissed, he has a theft. And then the two UCWs, he picks up a UCW in March, that gets dismissed. And then he picks up, 6 months later, picks up another gun case, and that's a no PC case. And now we have a theft and a burglary.
Robbery was dismissed. The only conviction he had was evading attention and the theft case. I'm looking at the Harris County printout. I'm only seeing.
The only reason the robbery got dismissed was an uncooperative witness too. So, yeah,
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it, we'll do a T-RAC evaluation.
Okay, for sure.
And send it for police work.
Done.
And let's defer to communication.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Connie.
I understand what you're saying. You're fine. I'm just gonna wait for prosecutor. And there's prosecutor.
Good morning, Mr. Franklin.
So, good morning.
You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 120 days in jail with credit for the 41 days that you've done. You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement today. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record. You can never take it off. Do you understand? Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
You plead to the offense of terroristic threat, guilty or not guilty.
He said I'm guilty.
Okay, I'm gonna find you guilty. I'll sentence you to 120 days in jail, give you credit for the 41 days that you've done. I guess upstairs it's still,
The agreement is if you pled down here, they're gonna dismiss this felony.
that is a killer deal, Mr. Franklin. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Just you gotta understand that with what you're pleading guilty to now, if you continue with the same course of conduct, it's very possible they hit you with a felony. So whatever you did with this right here, be careful because you could end up with another felony. Do you understand? Good luck, sir. Thanks. Thanks, sir.
Yes. So for him, right now, it would probably be best to leave Monday, Thursday out of an abundance of caution. He's coming to my office tomorrow and we're gonna like try and get him a phone. Until then, my fear is that they're not gonna be able to contact him and he's not gonna know he has to go in. And so I don't want him to.
There's also iPad availability. I know.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to CLO, like there's resources and stuff. I'm gonna like call them and stuff. I mean, he doesn't have a phone, so like he's gonna come to my office and we're gonna use the phone there and try and get a phone and stuff, but.
And Judge, it seems it would be best for now to leave it on the Monday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. And then eventually when he does get one, then we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you'll be able to, I mean, you're gonna get one. You'll be able to get
Yeah.
one. So,
Okay, thank you.
and then just let us know as soon as he gets it.
Yeah, no, I will. I'm
It's just,
concerned.
once he gets it, tell him to keep up with it.
Right, and that's another issue as well, so we'll see. See how it goes. Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks.
So tell me Sarah didn't take off without knowing.
I seen her here.
She just, hey, is Sarah still out? Sarah still out there? Please. Manuel Nava, come up. Is that Manuel Nava right there?
No, he's not here.
Oh, he's not here?
That's how I'm like, you know, he's
Oh,
not
I
here.
see. All right. Vaughn gets revoked. Don't.
I'm gonna give you that chat. You call.
Yeah, who's
So
that?
he's on page 11. Let's see, the council.
Come up, Mr. Garcia. Yeah, he always usually. Yeah, because he's got a transport that he does. Very box. Sarah, hey, so I know, so I'm gonna end up revoking it.
That's fine.
Yeah, okay. And then do you want to stay on or do you want to withdraw?
I don't really know. This has never really happened to me before, so.
It's up to you. You can withdraw if you want and then, because who knows when we'll get them.
Right.
So it's up to you if you want to stay
Okay.
on for a week.
If I file a motion, will you sign? You'll sign it before, okay. Okay, that's.
Because I'm
fine.
revoking it now, so,
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
all right. Bye. Okay, Harold, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Come up. What's the last name on this gentleman? again?
Garcia, Judge. not about drug testing.
I ordered you to test.
Yes, sir.
You tested positive again. What did you test positive for?
It was for something from the THC and cocaine.
I told you not to.
I haven't done it.
When did you test last positive for cocaine?
Monday.
She submitted a sample on April 21st and then today.
All right, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because it's been 3 days. I'm gonna test you again on Monday. You better be clean on Monday. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, man. We'll roll you till then.
And Judge, I just wondered if I could add, Your Honor, I think he tested positive for THC today also.
We will give a 50-day window for that, Harold.
Yes, sir.
So we're not gonna ding him on that for 50 days.
I understand.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, man. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, hang tight. We'll get you reset here momentarily.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you for allowing me to appear via Zoom.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe excuse. Have a
Take a
good
seat.
day.
Michael, talk to me. I gotta leave.
Oh, Your Honor. He's doing the plea.
Are you ready? Yeah. Let's just do it. real
We
quick.
need to call him up. Singular.
And Judge, I also have Mr. Juarez on your docket. You've been testing him twice a week for a couple of months now. He's been negative all the time. Wondering, could you give him regular reset and stop the bi-weekly testing?
Guys, Juarez, okay?
Yes, he, tested, presented negative today.
Great. So we'll give you normal reset. The testing continues. If you test positive again, let him know, okay? Okay. So Mr. Andrews, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail. Shh. Credit for the 2 days that you've done. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will stay like a conviction on your record for the rest of your life. You understand? The third is a felony offense, and from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm gonna find you guilty, send you to the agreement. Good luck to you, sir. Okay.
You said Mr. Juarez is gonna continue the bi-weekly testing?
No. We're gonna give you a regular reset 30 days, but he still has to submit the random. If he tests positive again.
Gotcha. Perfect.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Judge.
bud. All right. All right, guys, I gotta run. I gotta run. It's my, I gotta go get my son. Tell me.
No, Judge, no, success is knowing what appointments to keep, get your son.
Thanks.
This can wait, trust me.